Alright, let's do this. Or at least try to. We finished off leaving basically unfinished. We did manage to create the ATM, the Adobe Apollo telescope mount, and we were left with figuring out what to do with the orbital workshop solar arrays. And I think we managed to whip up a quick draft somewhere. Is this? Yeah, this was our idea platform, if you want. So let's bring that over to the SPH for more maneuverability around the build, and see if we can make that into a working piece that we will be slapping onto Sky3. So into the SPH. And I think VAB, of course, OWL, OWS, I mean. Load it up. Okay, yeah, that's the starting point right there. That's not even the starting point, it's the idea we had. So let's start with the junior docking port. And I think yeah, what is smart? It's always the question, of course. I don't know. Do we go straight to the RCS tank? Maybe. Oh yeah, I need to create from scratch, of course. Here we go. So, docking port. Junior. Yes. Nice. To figure out, do we go straight onto the RCS? Because we will be needing a battery on there as well. But first is... Wait, which I-beam? The longer one, I would think. Like that maybe. Does it make sense if we slap on a reaction wheel there? Maybe it does. Okay, for now that's okay. We just wanna see where we go and where we get. Well, it's not perfect. Should be able to just line that up properly, right? Okay, that'll do. So 3 Gigantor solar arrays should go on here. That's basically saying something like this. But then we need the small girders as well, I think. That should work, and we'll copy them over later, and maybe one here. So we have a proper attachment node there. Seems okay. That seems also like a bit much, but okay, this is not, I don't like this, because now we're looking at adding a battery on the end and a probe. Batteries. This might be a little nicer visually, starting and ending with the RCS tanks. The reaction wheel goes on there, and the probe. That looks okay. Let's slide that in. Actually, that should be okay. Gigantor solar array. It looks okay already. As I said, alignment is a later concern right now. It's all a bit close, but we can fool around with that a little bit. But I don't think that gives us enough. Maybe. Okay, that's the extreme. This is just visual, I think. Okay, that doesn't really make sense right now. We need to fix that up anyways, still. Because the Gigantors will jump in a little bit, I think, on final alignment. Let's do it on the girder. See what this does. Yeah, they jump in a bit, so I need that first. Then see about aligning. Okay, that's getting somewhere. So we can get the ends of the solar arrays meet up, you know, in the middle of the yellow band on the small RCS tanks. That'd be looking good. Like that, and then here is our issue. This doesn't seem to be long enough. Now that's a bit of a shame. So we know that we need to bring them out here at least, which is kind of good as well. Can we just have them overlap the full RCS tank maybe? It's just a visual thing, but we do want to have it evenly spread, I would think. And they need to be able to rotate, even though we really don't want it on SkyLab, because it was always in its own way facing the sun. But this is KSP, so we'll have to make do. That's not too bad. Now we can bring this in considerably and have it end there, I think. Did we do it? Oh, we did it to the metal line. Okay, that's pretty good. Yep, okay, so let's, for now, okay, OWS, that needs to be it stands for orbital workshop or orbiting workshop. Couldn't really find a conclusive answer to that. We're bringing them in quite close. Yeah, that's good enough. They don't need to be touching the RCS tanks. That's just about what we want to see for now. I think that's the base of the OWS solar array. That's pretty good. Again, obviously wasteful properties on the RCS, hence the 4 tanks. We have the battery, we have the RCS tanks, we have the reaction wheel, we have the probe, and of course the docking port junior. Then we want to hide away an antenna. Let's do that in the middle. Good enough. ATC launch it. Yeah, I'm just finalizing the orbital workshop solar arrays that I ended up with yesterday as a quick draft. And to be fair, I did fool around today a little bit with trying to think of a way of doing this, and I think we're pretty close to having something that'll work for us. Now, instead of going with these thruster blocks, because that's gonna give issues in its own, let's just create. Oh wait, let's just first check where our. Oh, that's not too bad actually. It's pretty much dead center. So bit to. Oh, it's actually dead middle of the two I-beams. Is it? Almost. Yep. That's cool. Now, this might be a little weird. But I want one there. And one there. Oh, I'm gonna launch it. It might not be a successful launch, but this thing is going up, PZ. I am quite anxious for the launch though, because it is one piece of awkward craft. Okay, that is not too bad so far. But we do have a battery, but watching Red Munchkin's attempt not all that long ago, we do need solar panels if we have a battery and vice versa. Even though we only need it for a little while. Okay, probe, battery, power generation, antenna, RCS, plenty of it. It should be way too much for what we need of it, but I think we have a feasible piece right here. So not much left to do other than to just give it a quick test. Now with the Infernal Robotics mod, this piece could have just been rotated into position rather than have it dock in orbit. So for all purposes, let's go hack the gravity. That's not too bad, there's not even RCS in play right now. Cool. Enable RCS. Now what way? Okay, that is forward backward, nice. This is up then? Yes, sweet. That seems pretty well balanced to me already. Yeah, we should be able to duck this, right? I mean, that's... yeah, that looks good. Yeah man, KSP is... I mean, yes, I need to get back to the hunter, and yes, I should do the odd fishing trip, but this challenge has got me game a little bit more than the career I was doing. At the moment, I mean, I still enjoy the career. But okay, this is just a solid test. That thing is golden for me. Oh wait. That's just good. Thank you for the tweets, guys, and retweets already. Awesome. OWS solar array. Save it. Anything else we need to do here? No. Let's go back to the VAB. How is that looking? What? Wait, why is there 36 parts? Yeah, this is the one. Cool, that looks good. Now, the only thing that I'm worried about is, can we actually dock this? And of course we should be able to, but don't forget we have that little RCS port in there. So it looks like we'll have to find out. I mean, if we can't, we gotta either revert or, well, whatever happens, we'll have to rethink this design. Okay, that was... oh, this was probably my test design, I think. Yeah, way many more solar panels. Yeah, a bit more messy, sloppy. Okay, well. This is the one that is making it count. Coolio. Sky3 ATM. Oh yeah, that was the Apollo telescope mount that we did last night. That is working perfectly. Cool. We can now worry about final preparation of our SkyLab version dubbed Sky3, and I only need to find the latest version. And that should be this one. Yes, this is it. Okay. So there's basically only left the attaching of the solar arrays, which will hook up to these two docking ports left and right of the wider base, or on the wider base. And there's still an issue where I wanna address this end cap. Thank you for the follow, Spindleweb. Hey Maxer, welcome. Good seeing you all. I'm doing fine, Maxer. Good to see you. Thank you for the follow there, Spindleweb. Much appreciated. Now the thing with these little docking ports here, I'm a bit worried that they'll suffer the heating bug. And of course we can just try it and see if they are affected at all, but docking ports on a little girder into the fairing, I don't know, doesn't sound too good. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. How am I? Oh, there we go. Thank you. But yeah, we need it solved. But this is my version of the SkyLab. Oh, nice non-typicals, man! I don't even have one non-typical, regardless of species. Okay, so the solar arrays we just finished up in the SPH are basically meant in final positioning to go on these side ports. Sorta like that. Like that. That's it. Okay, just let us just slap it together. And the Adobe telescope mount is in final position. Nope. Should end up right there. That would be my SkyLab version then, with solar arrays still retracted. So let's put the ATM in launch position. That will give us our room for our stow position for the solar arrays of the orbital workshop. And we might have to strut this up. It's probably the best thing to do anyways. We don't have much foothold there. But I'm really worried about the junior docking ports that will hold the solar arrays during launch. And we need to have them come down past this gigantor solar array, so up in there. Can I avoid the heating issue by mounting the docking ports maybe on girders that are attached to the hitchhiker container rather than onto the... I think I had that initially. Yeah, that might still be an issue. We'll I guess we'll have to find out, but if this is in fact affected by the heating bug, then we are having quite the issue. Neolite, welcome buddy. Join your docking port. Okay, I think I need to do that offset before rotating it. Yes, looks like. I don't know, if it doesn't seem right to be hitting that fairing. But we need the depth or length in the end. Let's go with that for now. We have the two on each side, or the one at each side. Now, are they clear of the main structure? Yes, they are. How about here? That is pretty close. That's too close. That's an issue. I don't think rotating will help us there. Almost, not quite. Can we get away with that? What does it affect? The rotation of the solar panels, maybe? That doesn't feel right. Just slightly maybe then. It's only these RCS ports and this thing. So we can drop it. No, we need to go up then. That's an issue. Okay, we'll just have to experience it, the heating bug then, if we run into it. Oh man, that's so close. Well, that we can probably kiss that solar panel goodbye already. Oh my god, I don't think, well, I know for a fact I have never built something that is, and for your for you experts out there, this might not even seem all that complex, but to me, I don't know. It's hard to keep focused on what you're doing and not be distracted by all the other things. I'm messing around with these solar arrays, and all I'm thinking is strutting all this up. So, but this should be the packed sky tree. This should pretty much be it. Ah, this spells for a wonky launch. Well, let's see what and how we can strut. We need to strut up, I think, the ATM. That looks like some weird strutting. But it works, apparently. That's good. And then we need a strut that will hold the solar arrays in place. Hey, Cantab. Oh, great. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the host there, OakTree. Well, I'm actually in the process. I'm in the process of packing up my version of SkyLab, Sky 3. And I'm just strutting down the Orbital Workshop solar arrays. Yeah, I don't have any music, guys, on the game or on the stream. Sorry for that. But yeah, I wish I had some better hardware to pull all of that fancy stuff off. But thank you so much for dropping by. Good seeing you. Yeah, I'm struggling to strut up these two stow solar arrays to the side. Thank you for all the follows there, generous people. I don't know what will hold a strut and what won't, but I was just saying to the viewers that it might not look the complex build for some of you, but it's getting there for me, to be fair. So I think that's pretty much packed up. We have the mobile processing lab hidden behind the fairing to try and stick to the S3 size for the orbital workshop part of the craft. And the ATM, the Adobe Apollo telescope mount, is now in launch position, and originally it was a tilting mechanism that put it under a 90-degree angle once in orbit, but in line with the main craft it was the launch position. And these are just struts here. Okay, and yeah, we have actually OakTree42 and I think Aussie in Space came up with the challenge of this week, and I think that pretty much says it all. Thank you, RC Bang. It's yeah, as far as I can tell, this is getting close. Let me just save it real quick. The orbital workshop solar arrays apparently were actually off center from the main craft, which is maybe a bit exaggerated on here, but some of the pictures showed quite the offset between the two. So obviously in orbit only one was ever able to unfold, and only then after emergency intervention by SkyLab 2 that made SkyLab after the mishap during launch viable as a lab in space, if you want. But the challenge, and maybe luckily doesn't require, oh, well, it doesn't really require anything of the launcher, but it does require you to have it in orbit, and I'm not happy with this end bit, and I keep referring it as an end bit, but in reality this square piece was a radiator. Well, space history, I'm not, I mean, just this challenge has got me reading up on SkyLab. It does help for the immersion and the experience. Yeah, this end bit, I'm not too fussed about it really, but we're getting quite far. And actually, I'm thinking we have the OWS solar arrays in place. We have a little strut. I'm afraid these here docking ports attached to the fairing will suffer the heating bug during launch, and I don't know, that might be a game breaker or a buzzkill for me. Let's see if we can close this off somehow. This may be a bit wide. Okay, well, it's not too bad. Yes, I'm actually on stock parts, and I would think science mode shouldn't be too hard for this build. I do have the official mod Asteroid Day parts installed as well, but love that save menu. Yeah, I mean, thank you ever so much for dropping by, all of you guys. I know it's mainly due to the host, and that is amazingly generous. I'm still quite new to the KSP thing, and the community and the cluster of streamers that have been my inspiration is just an amazing bunch of people. So the MPL, at first I didn't have the mobile processing lab in there. I was just going with the S3 size, but then I thought, well, it needs to be able to hold Kerbals, and other than these two hitchhiker containers, I mean, it's a SkyLab, right? So I had to do something, and yes, the fairing isn't the best option maybe, but I tried messing around with these structural panels, and it's just the first time for me trying to get them aligned and maybe think of replacing this fairing there, but it's not yeah, not my thing yet. Ah yeah, can't tap, that might be a little issue there. Hey, Poison Viper. Well, I was afraid on the fairing that I could not access the hatch, but I did a little test on the pad, and I could actually activate the hatch through the fairing, so it shouldn't be a real issue. And there are other ways around it, of course. Okay, the end bit, I need to address the end bit. We do need the probe on there, but that's our attachment point for the launcher lifter as well. I tried actually adding some lights behind the fairing in the hope they'd shine through, but alas, no go. Do we need the battery there? We have to probe the battery. I know for a fact that we need something like that, but that would be an issue with the batteries then. I don't want it to go up too high. And that's pretty much the largest battery already, yes. Initially I had that large round battery on top of the MPL, but that gave issues with the closing of the fairing. I tried the offset gizmo, but just was too finicky. Yeah, we need those reaction wheels definitely, because we have not much control up here. And of course currently it's upside down. Can I... These reaction wheels are hollow. But then again, I don't need that to come up too high. I would rather have the two on there. Oh, 64k, nice. That is, yeah, that's quite a challenge. I'm looking forward to have a go at all that. But honestly, I'm offline. I play a career mode, stock, and I'm about to unlock the last pieces of tech on there. And I do normally on Mondays and Thursdays I do my second career ever, and I made that into a little stream thing. But then this challenge came up, so this is my third night. I had two other almost 3-hour sessions leading up to this result so far, which is quite time wasteful, but then again, as I said, I'm not too experienced yet. Can we not... Yes, I did do some clipping here and there. Nope. And actually I started with the crew vehicle as a sizing reference. That seems a bit cheaty. Oh, I'm too low on volume on the mic, is that so? I don't know if this is viable. It just doesn't look right, eh? That's a lot of electrical power though. Or charge. I don't know, this is not yeah, that's not gonna do it anyways. Keep coming back to this. Did like the radiator idea. OakTree had radiators on there, I think. Which is fitting as it was a radiator in reality. But I needed to strap it onto my launcher as well. Tricky. I should probably leave it here anyways, because we can fiddle around all that we want, but the fact is that it just needs to be an attachment point first and foremost. This fairing is upside down, okay. Let's leave it at this and see what we can do. Do I don't know, do I need to strut this in any way? That just seems wrong. Let's not worry about it. We'll have to strut SkyTree to the launcher anyways. Oh man, that is quite the cigar. Hey Steffi, welcome buddy. I'm doing good. I'm warm here up in the attic, but hot almost. Okay, now can we not just... Doesn't really feel right. Hey Pellerino, welcome. What is this? Can we do this? I mean, I think we can. I think we need to. Well, we should at least hide it. Now, currently these S3 tanks that are part of the workshop um, of SkyLab are filled with fuel, and I don't think we need that, because that would call for fuel lines, and I think that gives too much work for what we can gain from it. So I'm thinking, can we just go with the S3? Maybe we cannot. But I guess we'll find out. I forget. What is an engine we can use? I don't feel like, for the first time ever, break out the Rhino, but it's the only one that will fit. But that's 9 tons. Oh my. Well, it is what it is, but I don't think we need all that massive thrust. And if we do, we'll figure it out. Okay, we need more. It's getting quite tall. Yeah, mainsails. Yeah, that was, but not on that last stage, right? Maybe, but I'm worried about the rotation then, or the roll. Just not sure. Because actually, that was what I had in mind for this first stage. Yeah, but don't we need an engine in the middle and then disable gimbal on the outer engines? Because this definitely it's maybe a little too much. Okay, that delta V number isn't what I want to see. I'm worried about the roll, I don't know. That looks weird. Let's empty these out. I had hoped to use them going up. Now there's a number that is getting somewhere. But I'm not experienced enough to trust 41, almost 4200 delta V though. So I need some struts on the outside to go around these fairings. Oh man. Funny. Okay, that'll have to do. 4170. I'm not convinced with these main cells though. But at the same time, skipper won't be an option, right? Nope. What is helpful here? Could go with some boosters. The mammoth should probably keep the roll away. Slightly better delta V, but we're losing on the thrust to weight. And I still need some kind of control wheels. And too high already, maybe. Maybe some twin bores off to the side. Can we just look at that maybe? Hmm. Oh, we got some delta V. Trust to weight is there. But these will go rather soon, and I think we need to be able to control longer. Tricky. Want to check what I had before. Okay. Yeah, the 4 mainsails then, eh? 3. Okay. That's where the extra delta V comes from. Oh, this is tight on the delta V anyways. Alright. Oh, there are my control wheels. Yeah, that's an option too, I guess. Or reaction wheels. Ah, sneaky tail fins. Yeah, this says mainsail, right? Except for the delta V. That isn't there. This would be ours then. 4460. 4460 thrust to weight on stage 3. Isn't that relevant, I don't think. Because we can fool around with that. So yeah, okay. Again, I'm not too happy with the promise of roll on the craft. But mainsails it is then, 4 of them. And whatever happens, it's gonna be a test first and foremost. Okay, back the nose cones. Oh man, this rocket. So 4552 Delta V. Well, initially they intended to launch the Apollo telescope mount separately, but that was before the lunar project was basically cancelled, or at least discontinued, and they were looking at several Saturn V's, which then became the lifter for SkyLab, which meant they could bring the Apollo telescope mount up in the one go, and saw them actually switch from until then wet workshop to a dry workshop, as with mine, where I thought maybe the fuel of these workshop tanks would benefit the launch, hence the term wet workshop. But again, the Saturn V gave them the option to keep keep them dry and build them completely on the ground without having to the need to vent the tanks in orbit to make them habitable. So I'm thinking I should at least add 2 reaction wheels. Not happy with it, but so the small batteries go. And I had something that would lift this. Okay, now I'm back to the issue where the structural panel is not really sticking out. And the brand adapters, okay, we'll have to see. Again, I'm worried about the possible heating bug with them, but this does feel a little better. And we can probably just go with this one. Oh man, this has got me a little worried or nervous. That is some tall rocket though. I'm not used to these slender rockets in KSP. Okay, we can pop that one. Not needed, but we can. Yes, that is only the release stage. We can pop that one. Definitely. Definitely don't want to pop that one. And hey, that's weird. Okay, not too bad. So we're about to go for a first launch, see what happens. But at some point I said we started out by building the crew vehicle as a scale reference. So a couple of solar panels, antennas on there, the shielded docking port, parachutes slightly clipped. We have the heat shield set to 320. Ablation, the decoupler, we have one tank that is filled with fuel. We have the RCS there. This lower tank isn't filled with fuel because we ended up clipping in the skipper, and there's a bunch of RCS tanks in there as well, so it's a structural tank if you want. Hiding the wasteful RCS user that I am, hiding the extra RCS tanks. But this was the first build for this, and the challenge is that we also take a picture when this thing is docked to the deployed SkyLab in orbit. So let's go for that first test launch and get it over with. Bring it out to the pad. Correct, cantab. That's how I read about it, or what I read about it. Oh. Uh-oh. Man. I don't know. That seems like a bit much of a rocket for me. And of course that thing is wrong side up. Because that's the way we build it. Nice. Yeah, it's... Will it flip? That is probably the case. Let me try to flip that core, probe core, real quick. Thank you for the host, Ray. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, that's the issue right there, can't have. I am sloppy with maneuvering and I'm delta V wasteful, but space cookie. I don't know. So I think we have a little bit too much thrust to weight off the pad, and we might have to deal with that. So the main issue, apart from the flipping, for me is the rolling of the rocket and the heating bug on the docking ports and the adapter plates. So throttle up, engage SCS. No fancy launch songs. And one more little thing about that: if I had the option to play music, not hear it on the headset, but have music on the stream, I definitely would, guys. Again, sorry about that. I'm looking into options, but yeah, currently those options would cost money, and I'm keeping my hands on the wallet for now. Okay, throttled up, we have SAS engaged. Test launch 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, not even that much thrust to weight then. That's less than I thought. Let's see what we can do. It's definitely slower than my test launch from this morning. But I couldn't really complete that as my Kerbal engineer was going into the negatives and had me going for a straight curb in, I don't know, exit somewhat. Now we're getting some speed going. Okay, that's hard to control. Come on, puppy. Roll back. Or tilt back. Oh, that's an issue. Okay, I might be running out of power actually. Let's see if we can get our alignment back. It's definitely heavy to turn. Real issue. Cool, there's orbit. Cool. Um, not bad for first launch to orbit. Need to think of, I mean, 125, that's not too bad to put it up. Are you going, Cantab? Oh man, this is probably my OCD, right? I want to have it both at 125. Say it ain't so. Okay, I need to forget about that. So that's a 3.3 second burn currently. That shouldn't be too bad. Still can't believe we shot up this 9-ton engine though. It looks the part though. Yeah, I need to take the screenshots every now and then. It's time for quick save, I would think. And then just go to the maneuver real quick. Just to get that 125k orbit going. Now we can start thinking about deploying. Okay, that'll have to do. Don't look at the numbers. Sweet. I'd say this is time for a hard save. Hard. Alright. And we did do the F5 shutdown engine. Now we are in orbit actually. I hope you guys don't really mind me transferring some fuel to the station. It's not that realistic, but I don't think we even need it. But since we have it up here, let's do it, right? Now, do we need to pop the fairing before anything else? Let's just do it. Alright, so SkyLab is on its own now. And I think that the most tricky part starts now for me. Thank you, TC. I'm just too focused on the screen, really. Yeah, let's just try this. We did do the save. See if this all works like we hope they would. Okay, how to control, right? That is tricky. There we go. Now, of course, these were folded into the fuselage or body of the craft, and were originally planned to be folded out in orbit, but I don't have Infernal Robotics installed, so this will have to do. And I need the solar panels to turn towards the backside. Yes. I was on free already. This is not normally being my best part of the game, but pretty much the most entertaining for me at the same time. Okay, that is one. Not too bad. Now one of these in the original and real life launch, as I said, they folded into the fuselage, and one piece of fuselage came apart during launch and actually took away one of the solar arrays before it ever got to orbit. And the straps, believe it or not, they are actually called straps that hold the fuselage shielding in place. Part of it snagged around the other solar panel, and it had to be freed up by EVA on the SkyLab 2 mission, as far as I can remember. So F5 and move on to the second orbital workshop solar array. Yes, thank you, Fusebox. Thank you, guys. Okay, get this done. It's a bit much, TC, but yeah, thank you kindly. It's quite overkill. I mean, all that RCS, but I recently did a little RCS craft on my offline career, and actually a moonlander, a science hopper, and I forgot to add RC. Well, I didn't forget to RCS tanks, but I switched to these inline RCS thrusters, thinking they would use the liquid fuel, but those are, of course, I was mistaken with the furnace, of course. So I ended up with just the 30 monoprop that I had in the capsule. Don't worry about it, Pelafino. It's just that's the way I am. I don't. Yeah, I'm never happy with things, really. I mean, things that I have had a hand in. I'm never done, never happy, never satisfied. And that's why I just sometimes need to look away to something else. Like just before, with this orbit is wonky as can be, in my opinion. And I just closed out Kerbal Engineer. And this is too slow going. I can get some speed up here. Not that speed, only one forward momentum. But I'm just having too much of a blast. Not only playing the game, but hanging around in all these Twitch channels and enjoying the community. Well, I mean, the hunter community is the one thing is great, and the fishing planet community seems at the same level there. But the KSP community, I had never expected that for you know, to be the case, and it's just been an amazing experience. Let's go. We need to get this done. I'm more curious about the ATM, although I'm fairly happy with how these work. I'm just not looking properly at this. Nice. That's not too bad. Actually, that is quite a picture there. Okay, quick save. Yeah, sorry for the not talking that much. It's just a hands-on for me, this stuff. The one thing that I didn't look at, are they in fact pointing down? Okay, can we rotate this one a little bit? Maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much. Let's leave it as they are right now. And worry about this most interesting piece. I need to remember, is it important? We want to be... it needs to go on this port, I think. Yes. So, let's try our hands at docking the Adobe telescope mount, Apollo telescope mount. I keep saying Adobe. Now this was intended first to be my Turk, really, and to place every other part, but there's really no need anymore. But it does need this 45-degree angle. So let's try with RCS. What do we need? We need to go up. what, I don't know, what do I, okay, that's not too bad. Sweet. I had my worries all day long about that, these three phases really. Sweet. F5, save this stuff up. And I think we have RCS, we can disable that. Let's do, and I didn't action group this, but we need to start seeing if this all works. We need the power. That looks pretty good. Quite happy with that. Now, as far as I understand it, the Apollo telescope mount had the sun scanner, sun camera, whatever, and the dish was in fact not a dish but a sunshade, and it was pointed towards the sun, I believe, well, all the time when it could. But this is just sweet. I really wanna try and get it pointing towards the sun so we can have the screenshot of the flat solar surfaces, because in KSP they rotate, and in reality on SkyLab it was the craft that kept on pointing towards the sun. Again, as far as I understand it. Okay, I should definitely not overdo that. And it's all eye candy from here, really, until we have the need to bring up the crew vehicle. And we do have that need because of the challenge requirements. So close. It's a bit wobbly, obviously, but if we can get this a little bit turned back. Okay, that should do it for now. And now we need the crew vehicle. And I haven't given it a single thought on how to launch that, or at least not about what lifter it would call for. But it should be pretty straightforward. Now, I just got lucky on that launch. I mean, this is Delta V for days apparently. The roll that I expected, I did not see. Yeah, we had some pitching and some stiff maneuvering, but the roll wasn't there. The overheating of the junior docking ports that are only our stowaway points wasn't there, and even the adapter plates held out, so not too bad. Crew vehicle. Because we do want to have some crew there. And that would be the Sky3 crew vehicle. And that has 1.34 thrust to weight, 1300 delta V, that is plenty. I don't know, Dre. It's sometimes you need to do something like that. But make sure that there's grounds for it, you know? Don't, well, you know what I mean. Okay, this 1300 delta V is rather just a bit, but it's only for maneuvering. If we can do the orbiting with the launcher itself, or you know, the last stage before the crew vehicle, we should be okay, because then it's just rendezvous and re-entry burn. And we do now have the fuel in the station, sneakily. Ah, that messes up bad. I didn't think that through. That's a shame. That's something I didn't think of. Well, if that's the case. Wait. Nah, that probably won't work. No, of course that won't work. Wait. That might work. I don't know if it works, but looks good. Looks better at least. Just locking that stage, because we don't, okay, that is thrust limited. We don't want to see that delta V number in the launch stage or lifter. No need to go S3 on this one, I don't think. So maybe just with the orange. And a mainsail? That simple? That straightforward? Probably not. Well, it's not too bad. Oh wait, I need an orbit and circularization stage. Skipper. What would give, that gives me... okay. Not too bad. I don't really wanna stack these orange tanks up too much behind after each other. But of course we can do something like this, maybe. And then grab the mainsail again. 3400, just to wait. That's not too far off. Tricky. Do we just slap on some liquid fuel boosters maybe? Drop tanks? I don't like... yeah. Or... do we do that? That looks weird. Why not? Let's try it. It doesn't need to be the realistic launch vehicle as it is, so... that's not quite there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. If we can... 4100. I'm almost okay with that. This should be okay, I hope. Maybe just try this. I think I put them up a little high again. That's more like it. Okay, that is not too bad. Where do we toss them off? That's the sepatrons with the decouplers. Now, I am normally a one to be using fins, so I'm likely to slap some fins on this craft. And I just hope you can forgive me for doing that. So instead of don't tell NASA, I would advise you to don't tell Porter John that I slapped some fins on this one. Okay, that Delta V number 4270, I normally just shoot for 4600, again stating and confirming my wasteful Delta V usage. But I think that's why we have Sandbox mode maybe. So we decouple and then fire. No, we wanna fire and then decouple. Can we please just decouple and then fire? Depending on what you wanna do. Okay, that should be okay for now. Now, we are burning throughout until, except for the bit where we wait for apoapse. So power generation should not be an issue. We do have a little bit of power on, the crew vehicle. Now. Oh, that is not much. Engineer is nice, but then again I did slap the SkyLab together myself. Jeb needs to go, but I feel Valentina needs to go as well. And Bob, well, he's a scientist, it's a lab, so yeah, I think this needs to be it. And so we have the staging, we have the craft. What else is there then to try, right? See if we can get this Sky tree manned, or at least populated. What's the word? Sweet. Good enough. Neo, yeah, I don't do the draft Kerbals or whatnot. I do like it when other streamers do that though. Hey Dre, you take care buddy. Thank you for dropping by and for the host and the tweets and whatnot. Talk to you soon, mate. Okay, now, not pretending I'm gonna do a direct rendezvous because I always fail them. I do like to set up my liftoff with having the, roughly at least, the right moment to launch. Which is apparently when your target is above this shoreline, as far as I believe, with your launch location over here. So just a little time warp to get SkyLab above that landmass here, roughly. We'll still have to make quite a maneuver to catch up and actually start rendezvousing. Throttle up, engage SCS, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stage lock, that's helpful. And again, 3, 2, 1. Now normally rendezvousing I mainly do just to get within swapping distance, so you switch to the other craft and have the rescuing or the Kerbal to be rescued, just hop out and RCS over or EVA over to the rescue craft. So actual rendezvousing is I don't have that much experience with it, but I should be able to, but it might be sloppy and wasteful. There is roll. Just hope we can circularize with this. Hope you're feeling a little better today again, Neo. Okay, we can make this burn. That's cool. That's good. Started a little early. But okay, we're still not on at the target apoapsis or orbit. So we'll have to, I mean, we might just burn to, what's it, 125? But we'll see. Orbit circularization is probably more of an immediate thing. And I could have probably done with, okay, no, this is still the last one, yeah, the last stage, so we're okay. Good enough, F5. We still have 1 minute 11 seconds of burn in this stage. That's not too bad. Oh, getting better? Okay. Yeah, that coughing, man, that might stay with you for a couple of days. Trying to get the apoapsis on this maneuver at least in the vicinity of the target one. That's not too bad. So, looking to raise our orbit. And once again, thank you for dropping by. Thank you for the follows earlier and the amazing tweets and retweets. Like always, pretty much. But it pleases me to see all that. It's very much appreciated. And I'm always a little hyped leading up to the stream, and afterwards I'm on a major cooldown. And I mean, as I've said it before, I'm more of a dreamer than a streamer, but it's I mean, that's of course a little joke, but I'm just I'm just small stuff, and I still get nervous like no other. F5, little time warp, because we can wait it out, but we can speed things up a little bit. So just speeding up time so we get within a reasonable vicinity of the moment where we need to initiate this maneuver burn. And lining up again with the target indicator, which is the blue X on the nav ball. Disregard the others for now. And this is just a 3-second burn, so we'll do that manually. We overshot it a little bit, but that's not too bad. So we did just raise our orbit, and now looking to come to a rendezvous somehow. We don't need to end up with a similar orbit. We just want a rendezvous that leads us close to the station or Skytree. And that seems to be 2.6 kilometers, and we can clean that up considerably, I would think, looking at the height of the orbit. Come on, first put me on there. 2.6 is something we can work with quite easily. Can we do something with this? I think it's actually this one. Yeah, let's leave it at this for now. Stabilize it. 2.6. It'll probably change a little bit by the time we get to the burn. And currently it looks like a 5-second burn. So we'll stop that burn early, so we can try and ease on into that rendezvous prediction. Set that up, F5. Let's try and line up 5-second burn, and we still have over 1 minute in this last stage. So we haven't touched the crew vehicle propulsion in any way yet, so that's all for re-entry. But for the final approach we will be tossing that last stage and go by the crew vehicle. That's just easier to control, quicker responses. So lining ourselves up again with the target indicator on the nav ball, maneuver target. So roughly, because we will be speeding up time again, and that will shift our alignment a little bit, I think. So time warp again. Just a tad. Okay, clean up the alignment here a little bit. Quick save. Look at the approach here, or rendezvous. Still on 2.6k. Burning in 5, 3, okay, stopped in advance, and now try and coast on in after this little quick save. So now this slower burning will lead to a shift in position a little bit of the maneuver, will be a bit more sloppy if you like, but this is maintainable. And 2.7, I think that's fine for now. Let's see, what's the target speed relative? Almost 900 meters a second. And that is our target, Sky3, and we are currently in front of it. So that's why our orbit is larger than our target, which lets us drop back and actually meet up with Sky3 on the next orbit round. And so let's warp to here, so we get that orbit done. You can see it go around both of the craft. There we are, getting closer already, halfway there. And our relative speed to target is dropping, and is only 68 meters a second and dropping further. Current separation is 11,000 meters. We'll do a quick save, because I tend to mess these things up. And I have no clue. I can never tell which one of those two will get to the rendezvous point sooner. But in the end, it's not even that important. We'll warp on a little bit further. Relative speed dropping further as well to 55 meters a second. Let's see, our separation is now 5,000 meters. Hey George, welcome buddy. Yeah, those are the guys you want to meet. Switching to the craft, and we want to be looking for the target craft, but it's too soon, I would think. Too early. Let's see, separation is dropping fast now. 3,000 meters, so we should definitely be seeing it. I thought it said 30,000. But I need to start thinking of something here. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, there we go. That's bad. Let me toss this stage. This is a bit sloppy. See if we can salvage this. Not too sure about it. Should have read that separation number more precise. burn on that. Yeah, this is sloppy. As I said, this is not good at all. Wasting too much fuel. It's a small uh, consolation that we have the fuel in the station, but we're still not there yet. Actually, I'm probably better off just reverting and get that number right, but because this is I'm almost out of fuel anyways. Okay, I'm gonna revert. I don't want to be fooling around based on the fact that I was misreading it. Hate to do it this time, but and I might have saved too late anyways as it is. Not too bad. See if I can make this work anyways. Slow us down a little bit more with this stage still attached. Just have to remember what TC always said. This one I need to push. Come on, move. Yeah, this is quite hard to control. Let's add some RCS in there, we have it. That's more like it. Okay, I shouldn't be watching that. Just keep doing this. Can go towards the target, I think, a little bit more now. Turning fairly slow though. Okay, 1 kilometer, not too bad. Now, see if we can slow down again. Get closer. Electric charge is gonna be an issue. Come on, move over. Nice. I think we need to start thinking about RCS only, or at least ditch the stage. Yo! Okay, I need to... There we go. We can do a few little burns maybe. Come on over. Okay, and relative speed, come on. Seen halting every once in a while because of the heat. It's a bit warm up on the attic. Well, this should get us quite close. I'll do a quick save. This might not be fast enough. That should be okay. Thank you for the host, Daniel. Appreciate it, buddy. Okay, we need to slow down a little bit. Well, not right now, maybe, but 1 meter a second. We are a bit low, I think. And of course we want to go for the main docking port on Sky3. So when is electrical power gonna be an issue? Right now, right? Never before have I used this docking adapter. Looks good. Yeah, the machine is definitely struggling. My computer, that is. Gonna have to do this more visually, I think. How is... Wait, we need to be on the other side, right? Oh, that's cool, Neo. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, we want to be docking on the other side. No, I don't, George. It's... I have my doubts if it's anything for me. If the mod is not hooked up to or you know made to work with CCAN, it's apparently it's kind of a pain because you still end up having to do that manually. Okay, so yeah, it's without electrical power, the crew vehicle, so that explains the slow turning now. I think it's sort of a mod manager for KSP Neo. Oh, sorry about that, George. I do have safety that we need to give you permission to post a link. Nothing personal, obviously. Go ahead. Okay, this is I'm getting a little distracted, so let's get this done. As I said, I'm a bit sloppy and wasteful on these things, but I still enjoy it tremendously. Well, first time is always a bit of... There we go. Sure guys, there you go. I need to add you guys to the regulars, but not right now. This is what it's all about. Yeah, I did forget the lights, but I only had it planned for behind the fairing, so not too worried really. I don't like the end bit, but there you go. I wouldn't have needed to do that like that if we had reaction wheels the size of the S3s. I could have just stuck them on top of the launcher, but yeah. Screenshot time. I will have to bring it in the light, but seeing we are here, might as well make use of Valentina slides. Do away with Kerbal Engineer. Oh, is that your SkyLab album, Neo? Come on, shine your light. Okay, that result is a little disappointing. Thank you, Pellegrino. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it, how it turned out, except for the radiator bit here on the end. Nice. Cool to see. Munch Bunch Raid. Hey guys, welcome. I just finished up this my attempt to put my SkyLab version into orbit. Just taking some scenic shots. Welcome, Red. Thank you for the raid, buddy. That's awfully kind. Now, how do I get... Oh, here we go. Hey, it's Rafa. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for dropping by there. Thank you for the host. You guys are way too generous. Thank you very much. Well, guys, here she is. Or it is. Thank you for the follow. That's Rafa on the follow. Nice. Okay, so as I said, just taking some screenshots. I don't know, I have never had two Kerbals outside really. Although Valentina clings to the ladder like it's her first flight, to be fair. And Jeb is just, well, I gotta keep control of Jeb, otherwise he's gonna, I don't know, hop from solar array to solar array, I think. Thank you all for dropping by. Just getting some shots here. On the left is the crew vehicle that we just flew up with Jeb, Valentina, and I think it was Bob. And I don't know if we can get anything going here, maybe. Maybe we can get Jeb on the ladder there. Or maybe not. I just need to get some screenshots. I mean, that was one of the requirements, but it's also for eye candy, of course. It's good to award yourself with that, I think. Thank you for the host there, Red. That's amazing. You guys are the best. I think I'm pretty much done here, other than deorbiting the whole SkyLab, which it ended up doing pretty much by itself in reality. But I want to enjoy it a little bit longer, so that's not gonna happen. We have Bob in here, and he needs to go to... Oh wait, that's done differently, of course. Thank you, Red. Yeah, this is obviously the Apollo telescope mount is was always pointing towards the sun, and it had actually some type of sun camera, sun scanner in this behind this sunshade dish. So the solar panels were pretty much fixed on the real life SkyLab and always pointed towards the sun. So but this craft is spinning a bit, and these solar arrays on the sides of what's called the workshop, orbital workshop, actually only one survived launch, and they had to send up a crew to free up the first or the remaining solar array. And if we're saying remaining, then we're actually talking about one of the full arrays on the side of the main body. The other one was taken off during a launch, unfortunately, and the remaining one was got caught behind something, so they had to EVA to free that up and actually deploy it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for a while as well, Neo. I probably better am better off by just boarding these Kerbals. Although Valentina is probably better off in the crew vehicle. Okay, so we're rotating back towards the sun, that's pretty cool. And we need Bob to transfer to the hidden mobile processing lab. If we can select it, that is. I think we can. Maybe not, maybe not. No target. Well, that's what you get for hiding it behind a fairing. Unseeing whale, hey there. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's just turning towards the sun now as I offset it when switching between Kerbal's crew vehicle and accidentally started rotating the station there. This is my version of SkyLab. Trying to point it directly to the sun, so we have no angular momentum on the solar panels. It would be nice. And here you on the side view or side view of the orbital workshop solar arrays, you see the offset. That was not that apparent in most of the pictures of SkyLab. But there she shines. Still not happy with this end bit. I had to stack the control things on there, and in reality this end bit was a radiator, so it's a bit, what's the word, elongated as opposed to the real thing. Thank you so much for dropping by, TC. Always glad having you, buddy. You have a good one, take care, and I'll see you soon. Wait, can I get out of this rotation somehow. This is not a bad shot at all, actually. Off to this is nice. I need some screenshots for the Imgur and for the challenge requirement. Can we do a... That is not bad either. I want to get rid of that rotation. Okay, well, I can take loads and loads of screenshots, but I think we're pretty much there. Although this might be a nice one as well. Silly how you can get captivated by parts slapped together in nothing more than a game. It's amazing each and every time. Okay, so yeah, this is the main docking adapter where we have the crew vehicle attached, and the Apollo telescope mount and during launch was actually in line with the main craft, so on the main docking port. And in reality it wasn't attached by docking ports, it had a tilting mechanism that put it in line with the main craft, and only in orbit it tilted off to a 90-degree angle off to the side. Opening up the main docking port, and then there was an alternative docking port on this slightly more slender bit of the craft, which was I think something called like unified docking adapter or main docking adapter, and with that expression the whole slender bit was named actually, or meant. Then the rest is known as the orbital workshop. Hey George, always good seeing you, buddy. You take care, have a good one, and have a good job, or what's it called? Good work day. Can't think of the word real quick. But that's pretty much what it is. I'm not gonna deorbit it. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you people for dropping by. It was a major night for me when it comes to KSP streaming, with all the people dropping by, and the hosts and the raids, and some very recent raids, and in that sense I'm a bit sad to be ending things up right now, but I've spent on this challenge I spent 3 nights now, and tonight I started a little early just to make sure I'd be able to finish it off. But all in all, over 9 hours spent on this challenge. Again, I'm still fairly new to KSP, so I had a blast trying this out, thinking about it during the day and whatnot. And the community, the reception around this challenge is amazing. And one of the instigators is OakTree42. Well, most of you will know him as an excellent KSP streamer, and he together with Aussie in Space, also a great KSP streamer, well, pretty much thought up the challenge thing, something they hope can become a weekly thing, and it's open to everyone. It's amazing. Just check those guys out, follow their Twitter, and pretty much you'll see the challenges pass by. Quick save. See if I can find my stream pause screen or stream starting screen or ending screen. It's all one and the same currently still with me, but some of you will recognize it. So let me just finish by thank you once again. Take care, have a good one, and be safe.